Hello, so I'm Damian Gawrych. Damian Gawrych in Polish. Uh, I'm from Poland, from Grodzisk Mazowiecki. It's a city near the Warsaw, and I am the founder of alternative soccer brand and crew. Uh, we do a lot of things, so I want to tell you something about it. I started with freestyle football. Maybe now it's not about infrastructure, but I want to tell you something more. I started with freestyle football and street football together. It was since 2005. And after 3 years, um, my first idea to do something more for community was to organize the tournaments for freestylers and street football players together, because it was, I think, my points, my goals to do it together with this community. In my opinion, freestyle community and street football community should be growing together and be together all the time. So my idea was to make the first tournament in Poland about pana and freestyle. Uh, about I want to tell you something about the pitch, because Poland we didn't have a professional infrastructure. We didn't have arenas to pana. So I made first arena to pana from hands tennis panels. You know, it's some promotion panels and with two goals. So it was very amateurs, but nothing big. But for me, and I hope for my community in Poland, it was something special, because it was a start, you know. So after this situation, I worked in the bank. It was my first job. I was a banker, and I have to tell you, I didn't like this job because, you know, to sell some accounts in the bank and all of the stuff. I lived this place. And my idea to my life was to make some arenas for pana and trying to do some brands for freestyle and the pana street football community. This arena is my first. It's a prototype. When I lost my work, I gave some guy my old money and I asked him, could you make for me the arena for pana? Like I showed him arena from pana knockout, I think, something like that. Yeah, it was inspired me a lot on this time. And he said me, yeah, I can do this. So it was my prototype, so bad prototype. Of course, so bad. Why? I want to explain. It was so heavy and it wasn't comfortable for my supporters, for voluntarians and all of these people, because it wasn't easy to take this from one place to another place, you know. But I worked with these arenas like maybe 6 years. So wasn't easy, was terrible because it was very heavy and it wasn't comfortable for us, but it was all what I had in my brand and what we have in our community for our tournaments and all of these events. So after these 6 years, um, my new idea was to make something different. I think about this heavy about the comfort for people who have to take this from the place to the another place, and we made something new. But I want to tell you little. Yeah, it's events. So I told you that the 6 years we have a lot of things with this arena, like events for commercials, events for non-profit, like tournaments in school, national tournaments, and also training for everybody. So I like this field. Was very it was very good time for me, but I needed something new. Um, it's the next prototype for new place in Poland, and I had one new idea at this moment when I made it. I was alone with Pana in our country, so my idea was to do something more for community. Um, I did my idea was to not give him a fish. Uh, I want to give him a road, you know. So this arena was like the road for the community, I think, because many guys at this moment can do the same. You know, I'm not alone. I have partners. I have friends in our community, and everybody can make it with this arena. But this arena was still heavy and all of the stuff what I told you before. So I'm still working about new projects. I'm still trying to do something better. Yeah, it's about the tournaments. We made world Polish championships, Polish cups, smaller tournaments in the cities, and the training. Yeah, I told you. So the biggest tournament what I made it was in 2017. It was Festival Street Games. It was like a World Cup. We had 120 players. Definitely more from these players was from Poland, but a lot of players was from another country. So I was so glad because a lot of people was there. We had a very good partners, and I think it was a very good moment for everyone in our community to show how they are playing for the world, you know, for the people from the world. Sometimes we have some good idea, but this idea need a time. In 2010, I had, I think, perfect idea to make the Pana fields in the center of Warsaw. I wasn't from Warsaw. I didn't know no one from department, from the city, you know. So it was really hard. But there was some guy who told me, "Okay, let's meet. Tell me something. Tell me something more about it, okay?" And it was for me something special because someone wants to tell, wants what I want to do, you know. So I told him about this project. It was in 2010, and after 9 years, he called me and he said, "Dude, because we're trying to do this project all the time, year after year, and it was very hard for us to find the partners for refound it, and it wasn't easy. But this year he called me and he said, you know, we won one of the projects for community for people from Warsaw, and the department gave us money to make some projects. It's this project. It's the Pana Square in the center of Warsaw. So I'm so glad it will be open at the next year because it's ready now, but will be open in the next year because we have a winter now, so we don't want to have a problems with public comments, you know, and all of this stuff. So we are waiting for New Year, for March, I think. Yeah, but this place is special. I think in Poland we don't have a place like this. In Europe, infrastructure of street football of Pana is the best, I think, in the countries of Benelux. It's a Netherlands, Belgium, and I think now we will be very good in Denmark. But in Poland, it's the first place, and I hope it's the beginning of something special for our community. I hope at this place will be a lot of tournaments and events. So that's why we have new ideas for New Year to make them professional Pana League and to cooperate with big brands. I hope it will be fantastic for the community, and how I'll tell you, it will be the beginning for the new way for infrastructure of Pana in Poland, and I hope in another country. Yeah, it was something big, but about I want to back to last topic about the arenas of Pana. The last one was very heavy, so my point was to make something lighter. So now one of this panel of new arenas is the new model for this year, and we are still working about the bigger one, like 2 meters of high. You know, it's 1 meter only now, but it's super cool. I can take with the panel of it's eight panels and 2 goals. So you can take the 1 panel or 2 panels to your one hand, and it's very light. So I'm so glad because it's one of the options to help the people with transport, you know, and to do some events. Yeah, so it's our new project. If you ask me what we do, I want to tell you, if you want to do something for the community, if you want to do something more than events, it's a lot. It's a lot. But in my opinion, we had to remember about the road, not only fish. Yeah. So my way for new year will be to give them maybe not. Yeah, it's very important. I want to give for free to everybody these arenas, you know, these cages. But it's not possible for this moment. But I really hard worked for it, for the best price for people to buy it. And now I think it's the cheapest arena in the world, if we're talking about cage, you know. So if you want to help us, if you want to help the community, maybe some of you want to help to some guy who needs this. So you can contact us, and I will try to do what's the best for him. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Damian.
Yeah.
All right, so there is one question. Yeah, there was 4 questions, but I will read just one. The Pana courts are on the ground. What's your plan regarding rain? I can also answer this question, but you can. The Pana courts in the ground. What is your plan regarding rain? So, what will you do if it rains? And I also have an answer on that question.
Yeah,
so.
it's very hard to find the answer for this, because Pana is maybe it's not an outside game, you know. It's you can play also in inside. So at this cage, you can take this cage and put this inside some sala, some gym or something. It's my answer, because I can't make a roof. It's very hard for this moment. Maybe with time, in life we need inspirations. So if I find the inspiration for this project, I will do this. We have a special ground, when it's the raining, we don't have it's like a grass, so it's harder, but we don't have a problem with water. We taste it, how it will be working. Yeah,
It goes through.
yeah.
It's not asphalt on the ground. It's
No, it's not asphalt.
It's not grass. It's not
Yeah.
asphalt. But it's hard.
Yeah,
But the water
hard.
goes through.
that's right.
Okay, thank you
Good
very
question.
much. Good question. Thank you.
They living for the social network.